Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
These are things I would not tolerate on dating apps in the very beginning stages, like before you even get on a date. And I feel like I had very successful dates and good quality men that came into my life. And these are like the standards that I put out there. One, and this is so obvious to me, if you are commenting anything about my body, even if I have a nice picture of my body on my profile, because I want to show you that I work out and I take care of myself, you are not commenting on it. No. I'm not even going to reply. I'm not even going to explain myself. I shouldn't have to explain myself on here. You guys should just know, absolutely not. There is room for that later in the relationship when you've earned that privilege. Two, I do not want to be chit-chatting for a week.
Yeah, I don't care. If I post pictures of my car, I probably shouldn't be mad that people are gonna be commenting on my car. And it would be kind of weird to ask them to only comment about my car if I give them a ride. Same goes with you. If I need to earn the privilege to talk about your body, show me that you work out when I earn that privilege. Because I don't know about you, but me, I don't give rides to complete strangers who didn't earn that privilege.
So being a stay-at-home mom isn't a job, right? But if I took my kids and dropped them off somewhere and had someone watch them and had to pay them to do so, they have a job, right? If I brought someone in my house to clean it and that's what they did for a living, they have a job, right? If I paid someone to do my laundry because that's what they do for a living, they have a job, right? If I paid someone to mow my lawn because that's what they do for a living, they have a job though, right? If I had a nanny that had to take my kids to school and daycare and pick them up from school and daycare and take them to their doctor's appointments and take them to their IEP appointments and take them to their therapies, and I paid them to do so, they have a job, right? And I do all those things for free. I take care of my children, I do the laundry, I clean my house, I take my kids to school and daycare and all of their appointments. But being a stay-at-home mom isn't a job? Y'all might want to rethink that one.
Well, I don't need to. Of course, it's a job, because at the end of the day, another adult comes home and gives you money. But isn't it weird that you're not arguing with men on this point? Because men already know that that's a job. That in some cases, it's a full time job. We know that, and it's usually other women telling you that you should get a job, because obviously it's more fulfilling putting fries in a bag than spending time with your kids.
Every time I go to the bathroom, guess who's complimenting me? Women. If I go to the club, guess who's complimenting me? Women. I go out with women. It doesn't matter what a man thinks.
Yeah, because men will be honest like that. But it should be only women complimenting you in a women's bathroom. Because, you should probably be worried when men start complimenting you in women's bathroom. But anyway, I think men should be complimenting each other in men's bathroom as well. Can you imagine hearing, oh wow, man, you really took a dump there. I bet you really worked your ass off for that. On second thought, maybe we shouldn't be doing that.
Okay, I'm 25, chronically single. I've never had a boyfriend in my whole life. Let's talk about it. So I've said this in a few of my TikToks, and a lot of people always have something to say about it. People will argue about it. They'll be like, she's single because her standard is too high, or no, she's single by choice, or she's the red flag. Like, there must be something wrong with her. That's why she's single and never had a boyfriend. I will say dating's like the one thing that I've never really talked about on the internet, about my dating life or dating stories that I've had in the past. And it's gonna stay that way. But I will say the reason I've opened up about never having a boyfriend on here is because I think it helps a lot of people. Like, you could just look in the comment sections of everyone being like, oh my gosh, I relate to this. This makes me feel seen and feel better about my circumstances. But to answer the question of why I've never had a boyfriend, I feel like this is gonna be a really sucky answer that you're not looking for, but I really think it just hasn't been meant to be for me. I will say I have gone on dates before. Obviously, I've gone on dates before and I've had talking stages, but they just ended because it wasn't meant to be.
And now she's happier being single, focusing on herself and her goals and blah blah blah. Posting this video for other people to be seen. Sure, why not? But how is that gonna help anyone? A lot of people are gonna be in your comment section saying, oh yeah, me too. And then what? They're now seen, you've seen them. Now what? Any insight on what they should do being chronically single and actively dating, but it's never meant to be? Not that you would have any advice that could actually help them, but being seen doesn't really help them either.
Men be out here worried about female gold diggers when it's women that should be worried about male gold diggers. The fact that I had to spoon feed my ex what emotional safety looked like, that's an invoice for therapy.
So pay up, because if you expect him to pay, that's gold digging.
Okay, this really pisses me off. I don't know if anybody has experienced this as well, but when you're dating, lots of men in these apps, they're always in their profiles, it says like, oh, I want somebody proactive, and please like message, don't just match, like say something. So I'm that type of girl, like if I like you, I'm gonna not just like with a heart, but I'm actually gonna check through your profile and see whatever I can kind of latch on to and be like, oh, I'm curious about this, or oh, you're doing this and this, oh, that's cool, like I would love to do this, or let's explore, or I've got a question, I'm curious. So I do that, then they match with me, but then they don't answer the question, they don't say anything towards it. That match just literally just sits there for days, for absolutely days. Nothing happens, and I'm like, I've already asked the question, I've already put myself out there. Why the f*** are you not messaging back? Like, it's sad, isn't it?
Pretty sad, yes. Pretty sad that whoever sold the nose ring idea to women, they're making millions probably when they should be thrown in jail for life or paid in life with no parole. And their kids too. Or maybe not their kids, but definitely their mom. About whatever you've said, proactive or not, if a man is interested in you, he will text you or answer your questions.
Do you want to know something? When people ask you, are you dating? Are you with anyone? No is the answers, right? You get people that turn around and reply to that and they go, why are you single? Because I want to be single. No, you don't want to be single. So who are you to tell me what I can and can't do? These are the people that will come along and be like, oh, hyper-independence is really bad. Yeah, hyper-independence is pretty bad to a level. But it's so much more peaceful. Tell me I'm wrong, because I don't have anyone to answer to. No one is on my case. I'm not out here wasting my time, spending my money on someone who might or might not work in the future. Am I selfish because of that? Do you know what? I'll take it. Because I'm so much more at peace being by myself.
Absolutely. Girl with a purpose right here. And that purpose is to be single because it's better that way. Of course, she's not even dating, because if she's dating, she might end up meeting a man. And of course, she doesn't want to meet any man because then she might not be at peace. Perfectly fine, right?
I think I've become really harsh in dating. My tolerance levels are so low. Let me just explain. So I put on my Instagram story about wanting to go to see Burlesque, the musical. Some guy, obviously, messaged me and was like, oh, I'll take you. I was like, okay, cool. Why are you sitting on it? If you want to take me out, why are you sitting on it? Snooze, you lose.
See, when I say men are scary, it's men like this. It's been 3 days of this, and the reason I'm not blocking him is because it's highlighting what these men are like.
So more than one man commented saying Jawline in your comment section. If you're only listening, that was the comment. Jawline, and there's a emoji with stars instead of eyes. I don't think the word Jawline is scary, so maybe the emoji. No, wait, the man is scary for commenting on a woman's video, I guess, maybe. Of course, I'm no woman, but if I were, probably that would be terrifying me too. Even as a man, I think that an emoji is scary. And every man that uses emojis or breeds they're scary.
One of my absolute favorite things about online dating is that you can tell how recently a man has been in a long-term relationship by how good his current photos are. We all know that to be true, okay? If there's a guy with like a nice like coffee in front of him, like perfectly framed, like not a hair out of place, that was a woman's direction, okay? If you swipe right, is that the good one? If you swipe right based on that photo, you are swiping right on that woman. And she deserves the world, but so do you.
One woman for taking the picture and the other one for swiping right on. Oh no, wait, I mean, of course they do deserve the world. That women, in fact, every single good thing a man does or did is because of a woman. And no, obviously I'm not saying women are shallow for looking at the picture instead of the guy that they might be interested in dating. But as for the picture being taken by a woman or not showing you if that man was recently in a long-term relationship, the picture could be from 3 years ago. But that was not really the point of your video, was it?
Are you good at geography?
Yeah, I'm a geography teacher, actually.
Geography teacher, okay. Well, can you name me 5 countries beginning with the letter M.
Moscow,
Moscow,
Mars,
Mars,
Malaysia,
Malaysia, perfect.
Madrid,
Madrid, perfect. And one more,
Mercury.
Mercury, that's so good. Are your students pretty smart?
Yeah.
What's the past tense for go?
Leave.
And can you explain to them how you got to leave, please?
Walk away. What is this?
What's the past tense for go?
Stay. Don't know.
Can you tell me what time this is?
2:10.
Yes. How many countries are there in the UK?
Like 50? No? 52?
Okay, what's the past tense for fly?
For fly, insect.
How many days are in a year?
How many days? 6.
How many days are in a year? Like, total.
Oh, total? 31.
What's 77 plus 33?
Oh no, 77 plus 33, so 70 plus 30 is 100, 103.
Question, what is 0 times 0 times 0?
Because in the numeric 0 is the first number and counting starts after 0. And I am from India and 0 was invented by Aryabhata via India.
Alright, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.